After years of putting it off, the Van Berkelstraat in s-Hertogenbosch is finally closed to private motor traffic. The city council took the decision to do this in 1994, but it took until now to close the street with temporary measures. The street felt very different before. It was a missing link between a main cycling route on the one end and the shopping heart of the city centre on the other end. The 175-meter-long street had no cycling infrastructure at all, which is unusual, to say the least, for the Netherlands. At quieter times it was alright to cycle here, but in rush hour it would often be too busy. Most drivers would wait patiently behind people cycling. Some passed when they really shouldn't have. Yet others appeared to suffer from high testosterone levels. With the many buses in this street, it really was not a safe place to cycle. No wonder the Cyclist Union wanted this street close to motor traffic for almost 30 years. New housing was built in this street in 1998. The buyers were promised that the street would be closed soon. So it isn't surprising that 400 residents were in favor of the closure, which means virtually everyone in this short street. s-Hertogenbosch finally has an alderman for traffic again who cycles himself. This may have helped. The street is now temporarily closed to all private motor traffic to sort out how to redesign it. For the time being, it is a cycle street, with buses as guests. Of course, the street remains accessible to emergency vehicles as well. To grant buses access temporarily, flexible bollards were installed. Wardens prevented cars from entering the street. A tough job. Drivers can be very stubborn. The wardens stopped at least 200 cars a day, one of them said. Not all bus drivers understood which of the bollards could be flexed. I don't know how the memo was worded, but one of the bus drivers pushed his luck with a concrete barrier. That caused quite some damage to the bus. The following day, the block was back where it belonged. Most people got used to this situation quickly. No wonder, with the street so much quieter. Early warning signs direct drivers completely away from this area. Traffic is now using streets which are much better suited for it, and where a few more cars won't make a lot of difference. After some days the wardens left, and later the bollards were also removed. They weren't really designed to flex so often. Of course, that means there are now sometimes selfish drivers who deliberately break the law. But in the end situation, a genuine bus lock will no doubt prevent that. This temporary situation is much better than before. Maybe the bus drivers could be informed that their speed should match behaving like a guest a bit more. But a genuine reconstruction will improve this situation even further.